Hey there, y'all. My name is Greg B, and this is my story of how I went from this, a slim dude with really no muscle mass, that ended up somewhat in shape, but really unhealthy and embarrassed of my body overall, to this, a healthy, strong version of myself that I was proud of, that actually had muscle mass. Here's where it all started. Ever since I was a freshman, I was always into athletics. I was tall and skinny, much like a twig though. And I was a goofy, skinny kid at every single track meet. Because I was so skinny, whatever meat I had on my body would just show, and it made me look like I was strong and had some muscles, but that really wasn't the case. Going into senior year, I started to gain some weight, which helped my physique, but overall, I still had that slim physique. During my college years, I didn't really work out or do any sports, but I did add some weight to my skinny frame. So right after graduation, I ended up going straight to work, working that 9-to-5 job. But I actually found myself working in sales, grinding 12-hour days. I was so drained by the time I got home. I felt like I was in the gutter. I barely had any time to myself before it was time for bed, just to have it start all over the next day. I was miserable. In a blink of an eye, a year goes by, and just like that, my job was crushing my body. This is when I realized how unhappy I was, and it made a career change in order to focus on my health. This is the day that I decided to change my physique. This is day one. Started by running outside for several weeks, which built up my confidence, and then I started calisthenics, and that changed everything. It was tough as a beginner, but I decided that I would never quit, no matter how hard it got. In the beginning, I couldn't even do more than 4 chin-ups. That was my max reps. And yeah, I was embarrassed and my confidence was a little shot, but I stuck with it and I improved over time. I also realized I hated running, so I committed to jumping rope as my form of cardio. This is the result 1 year later. Around this time, I was so happy with my transformation, but the one thing that I couldn't and didn't see coming was my mental transformation. The gym forced me to recognize the power of my own mind. I recognized it's all in my head, whether or not I decided to train, whether or not I decided I'm going to be the greatest version of myself, what I like to call being a savage. Now, with this savage mindset, nothing was going to stop me. I only got more results, which increased my self-belief, which gave me more momentum that added more fuel to this fire. I kept training hard, and next thing I knew, 4 chin-ups, 4 pull-ups was absolutely nothing to me. I was blowing by them with more control and more power. And a byproduct of working so hard fueled me and allowed me to be more positive. I then decided to begin working on some skill work. Now, when you start out on skills, it's such a hurdle from never doing a movement to then trying to complete it. It seems like it's impossible. And yeah, I wasn't any good at it at all. I tried many attempts, failing over and over again, but I would do it day in and day out. At least one time a day, I would practice working on a skill. So I never quit and I just kept training. Over some time, I was able to find some balance. Believe it or not, my clumsy self was able to hold a handstand. Throughout this journey, calisthenics helped me add much needed muscle mass to my skinny frame. happy with my progress, but I know that this is just the beginning. Never again will I settle, and you shouldn't either. Fuck average, be savage. Join the Savage Gang by subscribing. There's more videos to come. If you're on your fitness journey, let's get it.